our place be treated differently than others. Treated differently than others. In both infrastructure and every other thing. Why? It makes our people, pushes our people to move away from our place. Is an artificial way of depopulating a region. An artificial way of pushing people out of our land. But you see somebody that is making money, an Igbo person in North, making money, doing his business very well, say neighbor the good. Why can't they make this? It's a hand that did that. It's Nigerian government policy that made that place for things to be more easy. It's I can't. But you are not thinking. You are just, your mentality is, what you are thinking is that you are selfishness. Oh, now you travel from Anambra, and when you went to Kanu to live there, to do your business there, because it is more easier there. And you are telling me you don't understand that that is marginalization? Don't you know that? Very, very sad indeed, honestly. Very, very sad. Here we preach the gospel, the pure truth, the pure gospel that makes you think, reason. It makes you to reason. Here, we want our people to be reasoning in a compound way, comprehensive manner, to understand that that thing that you think is progress to you as an individual, it might be a bet. It might be a bet in order to capture us as a people. It might be anti-us, anti-we. But for you, it is good. It's favoring you. That is not the standard. That is why I continue saying, get out of religious mentality that claim your God bless you. Our brother say, I don't need that God that will bless only me. And Igbo, you will see my fellow compatriots, Igbo women will be hawking pure water under the sun. No, he said, I don't need that God. Don't you think that there is a big sense in that saying? I don't need that God that, oh, he's God that bless me. He's my personal encounter. No, we don't need personal encounter. We need our collective encounter, where blessings is for everybody. It is now made for individuals to work hard to receive that blessing that is for everybody. Or to grab it. Not my personal encounter. Oh, Jesus, I hustle. Jesus did it for me. In a place where there is no electricity for everybody. In a place that lacks infrastructural development for everybody. But Jesus made it for you. You travel. You are in America. You get yourself, as Nigerian currency is weak. It's favoring we that are living outside, living abroad. It's favoring us. Because small thing, it becomes big money in Nigeria. So you say it's a blessing. No, that is not a blessing. You have to change your mentality. It is not a blessing from God. I am telling you. Blessings is what we are doing. Let us initiate our collective blessing by restoring Biafra, where we can be in charge, where we can now dictate things Work out things that will work for everybody, not for individual. That is a real blessing. Are you getting what I'm saying? So now, what baffles me is, in that clip I played, the woman never knew until she witnessed it firsthand. People don't know that. You don't know what they preach to them, what the caliphate preached to them right from baby or babyhood, right from childhood, against us Igbos. People don't understand. Many of our people don't know. You don't. Do you go to their mosque? If some of our people should be playing intelligent game too, I suppose Rena or Ina you know, stop. Don't be sentimental. Sometimes I'm telling you, sometimes if you are only there in order to do your business and make money. No, guy inside the behind. And when many of our people that even where they are living, I've encountered some. They told me that where they are living in Kanu, in Bauchi, nobody knew that they are Igbos. They dress like them. And I advise, Pagoda agwa ndị na-akpọ isi ala, mụọ ihe niile a. Ihe a wote si aga the intelligence. Are you getting what I'm saying? You know, so na even mukwo marab. Ote si agon their Quran. Now I know what they are preaching. It's part of intelligence. Are you getting what I'm saying? Oh yeah, intelligence gathering. You will understand the type of preaching that they are giving to their people against Onyameni. Because the hatred is out of this world. Like what the man said. He said when they rose, somebody rose an argument. Yeah, remember Southeast. He said the person, the Alhaji woke up with internal anger. That's a killer anger. So don't ever mention. If you are talking of federal allocations, and don't ever mention Southeast. Don't ever do that. For you to understand how the bitterness against us. But do you also know Indian here? Do you know? Do you even do you understand it? No, they love us. No problem. You don't understand them. Go to their mosques and pretend to be one of them. This thing is not a day job. Oh. Do you know why Mossad is very, very powerful? Mossad, that is I mean, the Israeli Secret Service, international, that is for international, not a external Mossad. That is a Israeli CIA. You know why they are powerful? They have people that could blend anywhere in this world. They have Israeli Arabs or Arab Jews. You will never know that they are Jews. They grew up as Arabs, maybe in Yemen, in every part of Arab country. They are there because they were scattered all over. So they grew up. They know how to read their speak Arab. They speak Arab as their language. They learn Quran, reading Quran. They go to mosques, pray. They now take them as one of them. But nobody will know that they are Mossad agents. So they are insiders. That is why Biafra will be the same thing. Because there is no place in this world where we are not. That is what I'm telling our people. Do this intelligence is intelligent job. You know, so former. You know, sometimes the guy must as onye ofonye n'ime ha. Me uteshe kpekpere me ya mụọ ya. Ị na-aba na-anọ ihe ha na-preach against us. Oh yeah, our intelligence. If you na-enye secret report na lee ihe ndị a na-ekwu ole. That that intelligence. That is it. Our people think intelligence, on other from heaven. No. Or an ego time. No. It's there. Oh yeah, now people they before anything will happen, we have the information already because of intelligence gathering. Because you have human resources inside us everywhere. Now let me also read this other news headline. Now there is this plot. I used to say this, that there is a way my goodness me, sometimes this thing will be making this squeaky noise. I don't know where it comes from. So there is this open plot. In order to consolidate Sultan of Sokoto through the law to be the eternal chairman of traditional rulers in the country. They put it as Oni and Sultan as co-chairs of traditional rulers council. And many people don't understand what it means or the danger. We see things because of lack of politics. Many of us don't care. This is 5 days ago. The headline says Nigerians kick over bill to make Oni Sultan co-chairs of traditional rulers council. They want to use Tinubu, who is a non-Muslim. Who is a Yoruba, in order to solidify. There's a way these people, the caliphate, works. I have told you. They used Obasanjo to establish Sharia, so that you don't complain that, it is because the president is a northerner. No, Obasanjo is a Yoruba person, is a southerner, and a Christian. That is it. There's a way the caliphate works. They even use a non-northern or a non-caliphate president. They must push for something that will affect everybody forever in Nigeria. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, remember that the Sultan of Sokoto, during the independence period, flag independence, it was Ahmad Bello. Ahmad Bello was the main person respected in the north. But do you know what? He's supposed to be the prime minister, but he said, no, let me be at the background. I'm for the north, openly. He pushed his brother, Tafawa Balewa, say, go to become the prime minister. I will remain the Sultan. It will be a good combination. They do things not for their personal interests, because they have a direction. The Sultanate, the Caliphate, Sokoto Caliphate. And that's why I say their politics is top notch. Their politics is top notch. Honestly. Do you know why? Because they don't care much about their private interests. They always veer for their collective interests because they have a direction. That is why, Sadwana Ahmad Bello made that statement on the 12th day of October, 1960, 11 days after independence, the flag independence. He reiterated to the Northerners, to the Caliphate, that despite having Nigeria now as a country, that they should not be deceived, that their direction remains the same. That is taking over everywhere. That, he confirmed their direction and assured them so that they will be moving towards the same direction. And that is what happened and what has been happening to date. So whatever they are doing, they have collective plan. And that is the best thing that can happen to a people. Once a people has direction, common goal, common direction, now there must be continuity, irrespective of who is there. Are you getting what I'm saying? I want you to understand something today. Irrespective, whatever, are you getting? Just hold on. Irrespective of who is there, their mission continues. That is one thing you should understand about a moving train. A people with a common ideology, they have a direction. It doesn't matter who is there must be continuity. That is one thing our people fail to understand, or many of our people. Just like in this struggle, the rendition, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some of our people, idiots, they think that, okay, let us stop and wait until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out. It shows a people that do not understand the politics, a people with no direction, a people that are directionless. So anything that happens to one person, everybody will keep quiet, just hold on, because you don't know where to go again. Are you getting what I'm saying? Sadwana of Sokoto is no more alive. He was killed in 1966, but the people, the caliphate, they continued their direction till today. They are still on it. That is continuity. Some of our people want us to just stop, be static, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. Some of our people want, the order of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is this: don't touch, let the leadership don't touch finance. He is a supreme leader. So anything, it doesn't matter whether you get it right or get it wrong, anything he talks is okay. It doesn't matter, don't use your brain. He is in the DSA dungeon, he command you stop. No, don't, he's command and control. That is infancy, I call it. It shows a people without common direction. That doesn't have, they are just, the difference is clear with the caliphate, the Sokoto caliphate. Once a people has common agenda, direction, common ideology, everything becomes easy. It doesn't matter what happens. Things, you will see the thing will continue. It's just a moving train. It continues. Their goal is what? Colonization of every indigenous people in Nigeria. So they continue towards it. It doesn't matter Sadwana was killed, they continue. In our own. No, oh, this one was, let us stop. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no more there. He's no more there. I beg, let us stop. Who is the deal? They don't know. I beg, let us stop. Everybody, I will not contribute again until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out. It shows a confused people. And I'm right, completely right. It shows a directionless people. And that is why they are still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you see these people that thought that they are doing good to Mazi Nnamdi? Oh, he's the supreme leader. Even though trying to cause confusion, they don't know that they are a big hindrance to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nigerian government is watching the whole episode. Now let us wait a bit. It seems these people, the more we hold this their leader, they will crack. There will be confusion. Because some say without him they cannot move forward. So let us hold him more in order to check. They don't know that they are causing more problem to even the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't know. Having sense is not having big head. No. It's very sad. When they see, let me tell you something. When Nigerian government sees that IPOB moves forward like one body, like an individual, we continue moving, doing things everywhere, or now just everywhere, activism, everything continues, not a saga. I am telling you, Nigerian government gas now, it be like saying na counter we don't peak. Now these people don't even care. They know the absence of Onyendu doesn't even stop them. They now will turn to Onyendu there in DSS and say, how do we resolve this thing? Do you see that? Because they are seeing that we are moving. Everybody join together as if even nothing happened. We continue. They will be afraid and say, nah, I just kanta kaite. So the only thing is we need to negotiate with these people because we are thinking that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the center of gravity. But these people, they not even mind. They continue in doing what they are doing as if nothing happened. It is that time they will now go back to Mazi Onyendu in the dungeon. Tell him, how do we resolve this issue? How can you at least stop this agitation a bit? How, please? I'm not choosing Kanota from him. Not we begging. Do you see how things work? Go and study Mandela's prison time. Study it very well. You will understand what I'm saying. But all this saga, when you do, even if and they may as if Nigerian government, they have ears, they have eyes, they are watching, they say, okay, so without this man, and where's in India again? So we will hold him because they want our struggle to be destroyed. So they say, okay, the more we hold him, the more confusions come setting in among them. So no problem. We are not going to leave him. Another court date, they will postpone it, adjourn it to another 3 or 4 months. And when I watch him on social media, everywhere, everything on ground. Now, Sekwa people, Saga people, ride on, using their agents everywhere. Ride on. Let us see whether these people will be, they will now be fighting themselves and be destroyed. Do you see why I say our people? The knowledge when I will just this is smartness of making money and the finish or natural talent of building things. But when it comes to politics, most of us zero. I repeat, political knowledge, most of us zero. They don't analyze issues very well. They don't know. When Mandela was there, ANC kaneti mbamba. Anetikwe anaga everywhere. Na-emekwe ihe a na-eme internationally, nationally. ANC continues. Ha abịazie na-ayọ Mandela so bikon, can we release you now so that you go and stop a bit because these people, they are overwhelming, so that you help us to stop the tempo. Mandela said again, more me, hey, whether I die or you know that time you have morale. Say whether I die here, me I don't die now. Waiting, me come out. If I come out, I will even increase it more and more. Hey, they continue brainstorming. I mean, apartheid government. Say, how do we resolve this issue? ANC now come bomba. Notwithstanding that their leader or one of their leaders is here or was here. Many of their leaders were in the enemy dungeon. They don't care. And now I campaign all over the world. People did not say, no, let us wait until Mandela and Steve Biko and all of them, they come out. Now we will, otherwise, he ain't care safe. Do you see? Their activism led to Mandela's release. Mandela didn't want to come out. If I tell you what, study it. I tell you, go and study his time in prison and his release. When they announced to him that after 27, he said, the government of South Africa have decided that you are coming out today. He said, prepare that you are coming out. Mandela said, me, I not go anywhere. Why should you take me out like that? No. I need at least 3 months to prepare mentally for coming out. They say, no, look at the paper. The prison authority told him, look at the paper. You cannot sleep here. We need to use force, if necessary, to carry you out of jail. Mandela said, no, I'm going to time because I need to prepare myself from jail. I stay here. Oh, yeah, he's a freedom fighter, for goodness sake. Hana Yosi ayo bikon. I get up here. Because you need to come out in order to satisfy your people. For people otherwise, so would. Ana Yosi ayo potassium. And he came out in a dignifying manner, in a glorious manner. That is how it should be. Not we beg governors to raise him. No, we shouldn't beg. In here, when you get as a be. I am telling you. That is why I say, when you see some of all these people that are making noise on social media, you just watch, go and check do their background check. You understand that these people, you get comma, they get comma right from beginning. Right from start, they get comma. They don't understand how politics works. They don't understand. They don't know that the more they are beating about the bush, the more difficult, the more Nigeria is happy. The more Nigerian government is trying to keep, he said, let us keep this man. Maybe they will crack. Let us wait. Nah, let us wait. Maybe they will crack. Are you getting what I'm saying? Am I here on Radio Biafra? I know that I Ziga people Oshoka. But will they understand? Will they understand? So, as I was saying, Nigerians kick over bill to make Oni Sultan co-chairs of Traditional Rulers Council. The other day I read it, Ohaneze also was against it, and rightly so. Sultan of Sokoto was empowered by the British during their secret negotiation, which Azikiwe didn't care about. Because according to even Harold Smith, one of the colonial administrators, directs, according to his revelation, when the British were trying to hand over the Nigerian flag and remove the Union Jack from Nigeria, they did what? They did it secretly. They did a mock fight, a mock battle, where the caliphate won the British army, and they carried the scepter, to give to. Just hold on. So sorry for the interruption. So as I was saying, Nigerians kick over bill to make Oni, Sultan, co-chairs of Traditional Rulers Council. Remember that Sultan of Sokoto was secretly handed over. Nigeria was handed over to Sultan of Sokoto in a secret meeting or secret ritual, mock battle between the British Empire, the colonizers, and the Sultan, the Sultanate army, where they gave him the scepter and the flag. Are you getting it? And the flag, the Nigerian flag, they handed it over to him without Azikiwe being there, neither Awolowo, nobody. Remember that it was during the negotiation before independence that you see the map of Nigeria take the shape of what it is today. Go to map of Nigeria. Go to Google, map of Nigeria. Go to image of map of Nigeria. Now check. North. They have different colors. Are you getting it? Check north and south. Now you see. All these things we are gotten through those negotiations. That north will be from up down to Benue, where you are seeing it, where they are calling north today. Normally, so it's not supposed to be called north. But all these things we have gotten through the negotiation, which Sultan Ahmad Bello was highly ferocious. He said, without this, we will not be part of Nigeria. And Britain started negotiating with them. He said, there must be this northern Nigeria must reach the Benue, the line. Because when you check it, from where do you start calling north? Is it not from center you start measuring where is north and where is south? But they cheated every, that's why I say Nigeria never made any sense. Nigeria does not make sense. Because of how Azikiwe because of selfish interest. How Narasha everything. Not to reach down to Benue. Now, another condition given to Britain was that Sultan of Sokoto will be the unwritten leader of the traditional rulers in Nigeria. The new Nigeria, that independent Nigeria. That Sultan of Sokoto will always be the leader. It's eternal leadership. It was unwritten. And also the leader of all the, let me call it the spiritual leader of all the clergy, the religions in Nigeria. Don't you see, when is it Prince Charles or visited Nigeria? Was it as a prince or that time? Or no, he never visited Nigeria as a king, but Prince Charles. Didn't you see how he was sitting down? He was sitting down on equal basis with Sultan of Sokoto. Now, on of Ife, the seat was arranged a little behind. Now, Obi of Onitsha was far behind. Everybody saw the photo now. It's not what we are talking about. We need to explain. No, everybody saw it. Doesn't it show you something? That was the arrangement. So now, what they want to do under Tinubu is to push. They have been accusing Tinubu, telling him, oh, you neglected the North. They know how to intimidate. Now, they want him to formalize under the law, under the Nigerian constitution, for Sultan of Sokoto to be the leader or the eternal chairperson of traditional leaders in Nigeria. They want to now make it, formalize it under the law, under the constitution, because it wasn't formalized, but it is something that everybody knew, but it's not formalized. So now they want to use Tinubu. Maybe it is one of the conditions given to Tinubu in order to get North to support him for 2027, for your information. These people, they know how to do things. They know how. They are heavy chess players. They know how to advance. They know when to advance and when to go back. They are not like you. They are not like many of us Biafrans. Many people now fit already on Facebook. Oh, DOS is not obeying Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu order. Somebody came on this platform. I will not stop calling his name. Did you obey his command? Imagine by what is wrong. Don't we see the bigger picture instead of that small hatred? Instead of that little animosity and malice. Don't you check the bigger picture? I said it, and let me repeat. A people that is always that has common ideology, a people that are moving towards the same direction. One of their characteristics is continuity. They continue. They must continue. It doesn't matter what is happening, they must continue. That is it. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is it. That is it. They must continue. They don't look back. It doesn't matter what happens to them. They must continue. But when you see a confused people, any slightest thing they become confused. Any slightest thing they want to stop. Onye ndu no inside, we will not contribute. I beg, let us rest. Let us wait until he come out. That is a sign of confused Neanderthals. So, these people, they are playing their chess, trying to formalize what we have known since. Put it under the Nigerian constitution that the Sultan, forget about the mention only of Ife. That one is just appendix, or how do they call it? It's just a attachment. Okay, with request. They didn't mention anything in Igbo, because if they don't mention you, there is nothing you can do. That's it. Igbos are they are splintered. Some you give them money, they you give Igbo man money. He will campaign for Sultan of Sokoto. Said, "Now let him be the chairman. He's normal." Igbo man get mayor now, now. Don't you see a make offer? That is a full animate. Does he care about our interest? No. If he come out, you meet him, maybe share 1,000 naira bill. A billionaire. He doesn't care about the bigger deal. Our collectivity. No, what matters to him is let him be there. And he will be there as a billionaire, going with a convoy more than that of a President Tinubu. Because these are, our people are sentimental. Something, a little thing you deceive our people. Very little thing. Just open cinema. Hey, I seen hey, now wow, look at this man. Hey. They don't care again about details. Our people don't care about details. What matters is that thing they are seeing. And then the more you look, the less you see. So they want to formalize Sultan being the chairperson under constitution. And it will continue until Nigeria become as an emirate or sultanate. Now Sultan will become the spiritual guide of Nigeria. Any president will be under him. Are you getting? Do you see their plan? Do you see their plan? You see their plan, and they are moving. The way they are moving, you cannot stop it unless we come together. Did you see? Did it go to that Olanwumi, the military spook, the military spy, high-ranking intelligence officer? When he talk about the problem of Nigeria, it's about religion. People wants to Islamize Nigeria, but I call it Fulanize. And Mokbe, one of the journalists, asked him, why are you talking like this? A country of 200 and something million, how do you think it's possible for them to Islamize Nigeria, to Fulanize Nigeria? Is it possible, according to your experience, the personality you are, your work, everything? Tell us, is it possible? The man laughed. He told them, plain. He said, it's possible. He said, these people, they don't stop. They must get it at any time. It might take 1 year, it might take 10 years, it might take 100 years, it might take 200 years, but they must get it. They are not like you. Don't you see that is a very huge word? That they must get there. It doesn't matter that whether it is 1 year, 10 years, 100 years, 200 years, that they must get it. Don't it make you to shiver, to have goosebumps, or develop goosebumps? Don't you see that? They are not like you. You that only renditioning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a few years. They said, nah, me I know they do anything, I know they contribute until until he come out. Ihe knows the way Basaga. Ndị na-eme obe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu order. No. They are not like you. Since 1804, the caliphate has been going towards one direction, started by Ottoman Danfodio. It's how many? 200 and something years, and they are still on it till today. They never abandoned. Can you do that? No, tell me now. Can you be focused like them, be moving towards one direction? No. When you look at the pronouncements of some of our people on Facebook, with this type of people as a race. I'm telling you. You said na. And the worst part of it is that he is the wisest person on earth, not my everything. From one part of equatorial forest because international politics. What does he know in how politicking and how things work? Go and learn from the caliphate. Since 1804, they have been on this, they never change course. Notwithstanding that things change in their presence. There was nothing like Nigeria when they started this issue, this conquest. Britain came and colonized, and after left independent, they continue towards the same direction. Won't you learn from them? No, tell me, can't you learn from them? The same thing. Everything they are doing, the whole politics they are playing is towards that goal, that common goal, the same agenda. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter how long it takes. They continue, slow and steady. Nasir Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State, he came after taking over, after being the governor serving, he came out publicly to say yes, that they worked hard for it. The first time in history, Kaduna State was ruled by a Muslim governor and a Muslim deputy, that it didn't fall down from heaven, that they worked hard for it. And the same thing in Nigeria, Muslim ticket, and it will continue. Do you know what it means? How they work hard, how they lobbied, how they spent money working towards one direction. Do you know what it means? You that is directionless, anywhere money, you hear the sound of money, you turn that side, it becomes your direction. Anywhere you hear the sound of maybe political benefit, you turn that direction. Because another thing. That is the difference. So people should understand that they are pushing. They are pushing. This Sultan, they are pushing. If we don't make haste while the sun shines, Sultan will automatically become the constitutional eternal chairperson of the Nigerian Traditional Rulers Council. And that will now open the door for him to be the spiritual guide of Nigeria. the Ayatollah of Nigeria. Every decision now will be under him. His decision will be final. That is where it is heading. Continue looking for money. I think you say you're a Christian. Continue being you are paying tithe. You are looking for progress. I mean for blessing. Continue looking for blessing, for your individual blessing. Whereas this caliphate, they are working towards their collective blessing. Who sabi much? Who know more? You or them? Now them now. Now them. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now them. Because they are looking to establish their common interests. Whereas you are only trying to get your individual interests. And there will be nothing like me without we. That is one thing they understood. But you don't understand it, do you? Or do you? That's why I'm saying I'm not asking on Facebook who some people now or writing rubbish. I'm saying now, so how do we end up being the same people? How what do we do in order to change the mentality of average Igbo man? At least to writing it, so that he will stop seeing his personal interests, to be above everything. Once that his personal interest is menaced, is threatened, he's ready to scatter everything. He is ready to use blackmail. He is ready to scatter everything so that to maintain that is hey, now you know, now you sabi, now wow, anakreaka. How can you compete with the caliphate? Tell me. When it comes to politicking. And for your information, because in mine, without organization, you are nothing. Individually, you are nothing. See us now. Okay, we want talent everywhere. We have natural talent, but are we able to harness and gather together? The problem lies on gathering together. Buhari challenge us as a people. He said, go and gather, let them organize themselves. Because you know that is where the problem lies, organization. You can be a natural engineer, no problem. You can build a, aeroplane, the latest robot, as an individual, as a natural talent, no problem. But how can you gather? How can you organize yourselves in order to harness what you have? How? On the no, how can you? No. That is where the problem lies. So when you see people that are gathered together, envy them, learn from them. Learn from them. It requires discipline. It requires loyalty. It requires humility, which you don't have. All these facts, you don't have them. All these qualities, you don't possess them. Because if you are not here, you know everything. Now, waiting you sabi for IPUB, and I mean know everything. How will you control that kind of person? How will you bring the person to humble? Let us work together as a people. No, it's impossible now. You will see another person. He knows, so you see, how do you think that they are seeing us? Unorganized people. And one of the qualities of or factors of civilization is organizability. A people that are inorganizable, they are primitive. They are still in the Stone Age. You can be seeing them neat, wealthy, beautiful, handsome, but they are unorganizable. Nothing works. There is nothing they can do. These people is people that can be easily taken, conquered. Nothing. Because everybody is going on for his own personal interest. It is only IPOB here that try to gather us in order to organize us for our common interests. That is why you should respect IPOB. Any person that is trying to put blackmail, trying to put nonsense in IPOB, that person is the problem, and you treat the person as the problem. It doesn't matter how you see the person. It doesn't matter how the person was presenting himself before. Please treat that person as enemy, because he's the problem. Here in IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this by teaching us how to be in a bunch. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu boasted that IPOB is indestructible. And it is indestructible because we are moving towards one direction. We are moving towards the restoration of Biafra. That is our overall goal. Are you getting me? That is our overall goal. And that is our direction. So anybody you see messing up on the way, causing problem, know that he is not on that goal. See him as an enemy. It doesn't matter how close you are with him. Know that he is an enemy of, not a personal enemy, but enemy of IPOB. He's enemy of our goal. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he can forgive you if you offend him as an individual, no problem. But if you offend the IPOB, he will never forgive you. Let us have that mindset. If your motive is trying to cause confusion in order to scatter, in order to blackmail, so that IPOB will lose its texture, you are the enemy and should be treated so. That is it. That is my own. And that is how we should program our mentality. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what. So learn from the caliphates. They are moving slow and steady. Even if this bill, even if it brings up a public outcry, they can keep it low for temporary loan. And after a few years, they will still come back. I say they don't stop. Can you learn from them? Doggedness, resilience, consistency. They never stop. They never surrender, say no, we have surrendered. No. They started with one Boko Haram. Today there are many terrorist groups in the north. All they are moving towards one direction. Are you getting me? I said learn from them. Your own, once you move, money, this and that. Maybe the way you are getting money, somebody wants to block it through one way or the other. Hey, it here. Nah, so I no go to chop again. Nah, you be no problem. If you no problem, nah, come on, that is your mind. No, we know the kosher anything. I am not here. We don't here. Come on, I got born on my tofu here. I born on my tofu. We learn from our enemies. Are you getting me? Let us learn from our enemies. They are moving slow but steady. When they need to run, they run. When they see the chance to fly, they fly in order to get to their destination. But when they need to go slow, they go slow. When they need to fall, pretend, they pretend. But they are always heading towards the same direction. Common interest. For them to be on top. Continue being on top. Be in control. Colonize everybody. That is it. Okay. Now, let me go on another news headline that says no government can solve all Nigeria's problems even in 20 years. When you look at, yes, it's a political statement. Nobody is saying government. Let me tell people this. Problems arise even in your family. You cannot solve all the problems, never. But it is a process. It is a process. Are you telling why? Let me ask. Let's come to Nigeria setting. Why do you think that there is this electricity issue that has been, crippling Nigeria since independence? It continued becoming worse and worse. But the Nigeria government's successive regimes has been spending billions and billions of dollars looting. But they can fix this. Do you know that without electricity, a country is crippled? Do you know that? No. A country is moved forward with electricity. If you have electricity 24/7, do you know direct jobs you have created? No, people don't think of all this. Some of these people you are seeing that are doing Okada, some of them have professions. Some of them are welders. Some of them have learned professions that needs electricity to establish. But because they don't have money to establish it, before you establish something in Nigeria, you first of all think of maybe using generator, big generator. And maybe as a small scale firm, maybe the price of that generator you are thinking to buy will be more higher than the total money you want to even invest in that, either production business or any type of business. So it becomes a problem. Do you see that? Now, tell me, how then, if government cannot solve Nigeria problem, why then is this elections taking place in 20 years? Even if Tinubu stays 20 years, it cannot solve. Which problem do they solve? At least one government. Now, can people tell me what problem have Buhari? Let's be frank, honest. What problem did Buhari solve for Nigerians throughout his, let's say, his 8-year stay in office? Whether he's double or his real, let's say 8 years Buhari's office. Let's say, which problem did he solve? When you'll be remembered as, oh, this is what I solved, this is a legacy I led. Buhari legacy is Fulani, the escalation of Fulani killing, Fulani terrorism. That is the only thing. That is the only thing. Now, what then is the need for elections in Nigeria? Because today, what you have in Nigeria today, nobody is talking about development. Nobody is talking about any other thing other than election 2027. That is what is the fever that is everywhere. Every television station, every media is election. How do you redeem this type of people? Do they ask, what did the former regime even solve? Or just one thing? A country is based on continuity. Once a government, a regime, a democratic regime, democratically elected regime, let me put it like that. If after 4 or 8 years, now another incoming regime will continue from where that one stops, that is continuity. But in Nigeria, there is nothing like continuity. Any president, let's even from governors, any governor that enters office, he will first of all allocate billions of naira to renovate governor's office or Asorok. Every 4 years renovation. Not that not that small, maybe small renovation. No. Some even put it down and start building. When you look at the money for renovation of the office to their test, you marvel. Say, what is going on? Because Nigerians, no, they don't care. They don't know, and they don't care about anything. They have been pushed into go and pray. Prayer is the key. Government is not the key, it's prayer. Do you see, if I go east-west, I must come back to the same point. Oh, no, prayer is the key. No, government is the key, not prayer. But everybody has been brainwashed, programmed into accepting, to believing that prayer is the key. Whereas government is the key. What does prayer solve to a people? Nigeria is second most prayerful country in the whole world. What happened? What is happening? What is happening? Take a stock. Is it a place that you want to live? You know, is it a place that is really good where prayer is the key? Because normally it's supposed to be a paradise on earth, but it is complete hell. Complete hell, where everybody is behaving like you know, I don't know, primitive alien men. But prayer is the key. No, stop being deceived. If no president can solve Nigerian problem, even in 20 years, now what is the need of election? Why can't people genuinely say, look, we need solution to live like real human beings? What is the solution to Nigeria? This man sang before. He said, which way Nigeria? What is Sonny Okosin? He sang that song, I think 80s. The 80s till today. Nigeria see no road, no way for Nigeria. And the people are today, today we are in 2025. People are talking about, 2027 election. It become the daily topic. Politicking, that is what Nigeria is. That is what they have sentenced Nigeria into. Complete politicking 247, year in, year out. Politicking. Who will get power? Peter Obi is even begging. He say, please, even if I promise I will go 1 year, for one term, 4 years, 4-year term. Don't you see that there is a problem? When I will ask Peter Obi, say, look, what are you hoping to achieve in 4 years? Just to go, do you understand that? Just to go there and become His Excellency. That is the only thing that matters to him. Nothing more. He's begging, give me a gap, even 4 years. Now I ask, what are you going to achieve in 4 years? That 4 years, you will stay less than 2 years and start doing election campaign. If Obi, for example, by one thing or the other, Obi becomes president of Nigeria, hey, they will make his government ungovernable. They will bribe even his kinsmen, the same village with him. It is them that will champion his downfall. I'm telling you. They will allow Boko Haram. Boko Haram will be champion. Bandits will fool everywhere, even in the south. In Aso Rock, a bomb will be exploding. People are joking. People are joking. During good luck, Jonathan, who we are used to kick him out of office through propaganda. Who? Mbaka was one of them, or is one of them. Mbaka is one of them. That good luck is bad luck. Buhari is the Messiah. Money have exchanged hand. It's like that. They lobby because money have entered, so they don't care. That is, when you see primitive people, they are like that. They can be bought. They don't have no style. They don't have no style, no taste, no dignity, nothing. Anywhere money is. I could remember every time. Oh, bring back our girls. Bring today. Look, how many girls? How many people? Thousands of people have been kidnapped all the time. You don't see them. For you to understand how things are, they promise them. That time they have maybe Barack. They have a phone number of American president calling direct. Barack Obama will encourage him, tell him, "Hey, we get your back. Just continue. We are seeing you. You're a strong woman. Hey, Ishi Boyana. Hey, no, American president now. Imonibo. Hey, American president now. Yeah, bully. Bring back our gas. Good luck, must go." We don't know politics, honestly. Immediately that time now, go and say, I don't use quick you. Hey, yes again now, get it behind me. You must contact you. Get it behind me, I beg. I beg. What are you talking? Anywhere, anything I want, I do. In our language, average Igbo man. Now you train me for school, even. Now anything I want, you want to tell her, say, please, this thing you are doing, it will backfire later on us as a people. Then you say, waiting concern me. Waiting you sabi. That is average language of language of average Igbo man. He will not. No, you can never put sense in him. Who are you to talk to him? Who are you now? If not, pariage self, pariage of ma, in here, give happens here. When the thing backfires, on Obama, Obama is no more there. He don't even have a number. Oman they use go, that is how things are. Are you getting it? We should always be politically savvy. We should understand. I say, if P2B ventures, of which I know is impossible, but if in one way or the other, he ventures to become Nigerian president, hey, you will surprise. Good luck, Jonathan. Even his fellow Christian clergy, they mobilize them. They know now, Christianity is about capitalism. It's about greed. They know, everybody know. It's what you can get individually. That is, it's not hidden. All of them mobilize the people to come out to protest against their fellow Christian. Hey, that's why I'm looking at all these things. I'm saying although you will not be getting again now this religion. Yes, nah. It was him, where everybody now so individualism. Mbaka sheba. Wage na Jesus was that only our bad luck, good luck or bad luck. When money have exchanged hand, they promise him what they will. Once Buhari take over power, he will do this for him. He will. After when Buhari took over power, don't we see? He went to Aso Rock. They kept him waiting. Is it because our leader came and defended him, and wisely so? Lai Mohammed was caricaturing with him that he is coming to beg for contract. Our leader defended him very beautifully because all your politics. That is politics. Do you see that? What happened? Mbaka became ashamed because he could not even meet Buhari again. I just say Kemaka Buhari Ozikwe Savior spiritually is a good man. Don't you see that this character is distinct? I'm telling you. If I'm Peter Obi, go and rest. Sometimes forget about Nigerian politics. Go and rest. Go on vacation. Go even 6 month vacation inside the cruise ship. No, forget about Nigerian politics. These are the people that support what we are doing secretly. We take go and say, Mama say for you to go and become president. If you become president today, it's just is a trap. The following 2 days, I got Waka Sorok. Boko Haram, my swap, all of them will gather. They will attack us. They hope Abuja will evacuate. Because they will show Nigeria that, Onyamene are the worst. They did it in. They will use propaganda. They will use propaganda. There are many things. You see politics. It's not straightforward. Our people think that ruling a country is just like running your business. I've been saying it. It's not the same thing. There are many things involved. I am telling you. But we must continue. The bottom line is our continuity. That is the bottom line. So that people stop having this mentality. Oh, I am confused. Now, you are confused because you are always confused right from start. You are not genuine. That's it. So let me continue. Look at even one person. He said we wouldn't vote for Obi because he will import alcohol into the north. APC chieftain. Do you see that? He said we won't vote for Obi. It's on which day? I think today or yesterday's news. Or today's news. Because he will import alcohol into the north. Do you see how? Do you see the people we are in the same country? Sometimes, I used to say Nigeria does not make sense. I'm telling you. We are not the same people. We are not the same people. We have divergent, opposing values. Our values opposes to them. They disgust it. So how can we be in the same country? The only reason is he will import alcohol into the north. That is what they used to tell their people. Oh, his Onyamini is an infidel. So, and you say, let us divide this country so that we be as holy as a Quranic holy or Islamic as you want. No, we will not interfere. And we rule ourselves as we want. Britain said, no, you must stay together. Awolowo said that North and South being together, the caliphate and we, the Southerners, being together, just like putting oil and water together, which is immixable. If you want to boil the water or boil thinking that they have mixed, they never mix. The thing we could, and the water will be separate, or you will be separate. As he will out of his greed. Nah, don't worry. We know how to. We go rectify him. Not be me. I know how to do it. Only you get the solution to the problem now. Because how much everything. He knows everything. He never considered any other thing. That greed, you see that greed. That greed. It blinds his eyes. As you. They say Obi we import alcohol to the north. This, as they write in the paper, let me tell you, in their mosques, you don't know what they are preaching to them. They bring average Almajiri up with hatred to Igbos. That is it. They brainwash them. They program them to hate Igbos. Now, how do you want us to be in the same country? How do you want us to be in the same country? Is it through begging? As Obi is begging, I will serve only one term, 4-year term, please. And you ask, if it is begging, why are you? For what? For what? Tinubu say it is my turn. I must be there. And you are begging. Do you have the balls? Do you have the? Ask Jonathan now. Jonathan, he changed the voice. He talked through. He said, the blood of Nigerians does not merit my political career, so I stepped down for. Oh, ask and they know good luck, Jonathan. So, oh my, you know what he saw. He don't have the balls now for you to be there as a non-Fulani. You must have balls. Or somebody like Obi. That's why I'm just saying Obi Badia. Man, I ain't went on so. Only no personality. You know, let beg. He will be like a figurehead in order to appease, because he will like to appease this side, appease the north. Even if we, the Igbos, we Biafrans are sacrificed, killed, he doesn't care. He will not care. I don't blame when Mazi Ezekuli, when Mazi Ezekuli spoke here, I think one time, or see like Tinubu. No, Tinubu onye nwere ike, onye nwere the nkwu okwu to be the Nigerian president. Ị gapụta ndị ọchịchị. No, bụrụ somebody like Obi. Ị ga-emegide nye baiga na president. Get out. Gawa akụkọ ifo. Akụkọ ifo. Hey, for you to be there, because it's not a country, it's not a normal country. You must be an animal. You must be an animal to be there. That is it. That is it. So, he's wasting his time. Peter Obi. Let me continue. Let me read this. Maybe these two headlines before. Headsmen kill 9 persons, including police officer, in fresh attacks on Benue communities. And another one, Gwagwalada movement laments rising headsmen attacks in Abuja community, killing of farmers, demands government's action. Which government action? The government that is aiding, sponsoring the headsmen attack we are calling. That's why I say Nigerians, they need to come out of their this thing. They need to come out of their dream, their illusions. You are calling government to come and help you against the people that they are sponsoring. Is that what you are telling me? And Nigerians should rise up from sleep. I'm not even talking about Nigeria, the Biafrans anyway. Let us continue what we are doing in a more dynamic way. Now, before I close, I just remember, let me play this clip, which I played the other day, but I will use time to analyze it, please, about this GMO food. GMO food that is being promoted by the Nigerian government. It is the reason why we are talking about it. Let me tell you, do you see colonizer? They will not stop until you stop them. Do you see colonizers? The colonial masters, they will never stop until you stop them. You see how they are encroaching into our food, the way we feed. The way we feed. They are after failing on COVID-19 to massacre Africans, they enter into food. Genetically modified organism, organic foods. They work on the genetics of the food. And anything can happen. They can, whatever they are bringing to Africa is the worst. Are you getting me? Once this genetic technology, they use it as a biological weapon. They can modify a food today that they have a pest resistant crops, genetically modified, that are resistant to pests. You can plant them. Any insect that eats the leaves, the insect will die. It's genetically modified. People that can do this, they can also do food that maybe a black race, black people, any other race can be eating that food, no problem. But once you eat it as a black person, many people could develop infertility. Many can develop cancer, different types of cancer. It is doable. It is confirmed. It is doable. That is why we should never allow them to bring in this genetically modified GMO products into our land. They have reached to this stage of promoting GMO crops. Are you getting it? Dr. Njemanze revealed many things about them. That this problem of Fulani herdsmen, destruction of farmland, it is also attached to Bill Gates, because they want to destroy our natural crops. They sponsor Boko Haram and other Fulani terrorists to be killing farmers in the north, and they are doing it well. They have killed tens of thousands of farmers, and the people families are relegated to living in IDP camps. Farms are being destroyed. So a time will come, as they are promoting it now on Nigerian national television. Now they will be giving farmers, they will be giving refugees or farmers that have lost all their crops, those that are alive. They will say, okay, government is helping you people. Oh, yeah. They give them seeds to go and plant. All they are planting is GMO. GMO, they switch off the reproductive gene in them. They will grow well, do well, but you can never store the crops for next year, as we used to do naturally in our natural form. Only once it produces, and after that you can no longer store it to produce next year. And after, you have to go back in order to buy seeds from from the same people, from the same company. That is where the problem lies, because they will now control you. They will not be able to control you. You must do this before you give you crop. One, they can modify the crop genetically in order to be causing different types of diseases in our people, in Nigeria. Cancer, anything. Two, the crop only once it will grow, produce that seed, the original seed they give to you. After that, you cannot remain some of all those crops in order to use them to plant them next year, next season. No, it's impossible. Some of the GMO crops too, once you plant it in one farmland, they destroy that farmland as they grow there. If you plant it ordinary natural crops, they will no longer grow as usual. Do you see? Many things are happening in this world. That is why we need to be. We are just, I the trend also, honestly. We must restore Biafra so that at least we invest in technology. Because without the technological prowess, we are nothing. And what are going here? People, they control us. In Azemeka, Dubai, or Congo, Malaysia, you are just in Abosa here, nothing more. In Abosa here, in China, they produce, you become a middleman, you buy, you go sell to retailers, make gain. Nothing more, you don't produce. So in Abosa, we are living at the mercy of the producers. We're living at the mercy. Because they can decide tomorrow and say, no, we don't want to sell to you. Even if you have the whole money in this world, bring money, they say, no, 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 we don't want to sell to you. We have other customers somewhere, please. We don't want to sell to you. You will be in a mess. That is why human being is about human dignity and respect come from productivity, creation, technology. Are you getting it? Do we have people trained in Nigeria on this genetic technology that can modify genetics, genes? Do you have people like that that can modify the genes as we want in our own crops? Not to bend, not to switch off the production. I mean the production genes, no. But to increase productivity and also the thing will continue. Do we have them? No. That's why we depend on foreigners. Importation of flour from foreign country, from Russia or Ukraine or other countries. Rice from other countries. The governments in Nigeria are not allowed to develop local technology. They are not allowed to do so. They are not allowed. Sometimes you blame all these presidents. President Tinubu, we don't know that he don't have any blueprint. The blueprint is given to him by those that put him in power, by number 10 Downing Street. There is a place he want to be going. They say, no, no, direction. No, 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 no. Don't go there. Don't talk about bringing electricity. Use it as lip service, as Obasanjo did. Don't go there. Don't invest. You can take the money and squander, loot it, no problem. But say you want to restore electricity in Nigeria, don't go there. They warn him. People don't understand what Nigeria means. The only solution to Nigeria is balkanization. Honestly. Any person that is telling you, I will go there, I will do this, I will build this, I will build Nigeria, he's either lying to himself or he's a hypocrite, he's mischievous. He knows that he's a liar. That's why I also support Tinubu. He said, it's my turn. Did I promise anything? It's my turn. And he got it. That is it. So listen, as they are campaigning for GMO, they have already entered another stage. Before, the first stage is using Fulani terrorists to destroy farmlands, natural farms in north, east, west, or not everywhere. You see them using their nama, their cows, feeding cassava, feeding corns, destroying them, giving to their cows, in order to force people to run away, living, abandoning their farmland. They cause terror. Are you getting me? That and kill farmers, destroy farming communities. Don't you see a Hamufu? Why is it that anywhere they are killing in our land is where farmers farm? The places that are rich, the land very, very rich. That is where they attack. Look at Ebema, where you have resources in our land. That is where they are bringing Weda Almajiri school. I saw in a video in Haji Ebema. And the people were watching it. The banner said Ministry of Education of Almajiri something. In Ebema. Onye na-agozi the thing adult education is a reverend father. In a don't we reason again what is happening? I regret coming out this time. Had it been I came out maybe 10th century, it would have been better for me. Because when you look at things that are happening in our land today, you say, so Ndibai, what is happening? Does it mean that Ndibai was your Gugish? And on Agosi adult education for Almajirism, I don't know. In Ohaji Ebema. Listen, as they have crossed. I think they are entering into another stage, pushing this GMO now directly to the population, promoting it by the government themselves. That is it. Dr. Jemanze, he wondered about it. Who cared? Who listened to him? If not that we have been talking it here. Listen.
Our food security. We cannot. Nigeria actually needs GMO. Our food security. We can.
This is somebody from, is it Ministry of Agriculture, Federal Ministry of Agriculture in Nigeria, talking this on national television.
Not meet up our food requirements by the rural farming that we do. Even in advanced countries, GMO is being used. But I would like to say it's a matter of choice. Nobody forces anybody. There's a choice. But with our population, with what we see, we need to have GMOs. We need to have the GM seeds for planting by our farmers, and not planting of grains but of seeds.
You know, when you look at things like this, it's very shameful for somebody representing national institution coming to promote foreign goods. Let's call it foreign goods. They don't even talk about, okay, if it will be GMO, it will be on our own terms, locally made, locally modified, because we are human beings like the others. But no, importation of food is better, is good. Don't you see that there is a problem? They created Nigeria just for dependency, so that you'll be working for them. They will be, you'll be dependent on them, on food. Any day they want, they poison everybody. They put maybe one type of weapon, biological poison there, and you eat, and within 2-3 years, people now die anyhow, because they want to control population, mostly in Africa and mostly in Nigeria. The population of Nigeria for them is a threat. Are you getting it? That's why they allow killings anyhow. Terrorists are slaughtering, criminals are killing. Life is nothing in Nigeria, because they want the population be reduced at all costs. The people that are on top, politicians, they strike deals. Before they enter there, they strike deals with these powerful people in the world to do their biddings, not the biddings of the people. Let me please.
And even in advanced countries, even just recently in the UK, they approved the importation, approved some grains to be brought into the country.
So, Prof, that's Dr. Sagba, whom I know you know very well. But you are the Executive Director of the Center for Food Safety and Agricultural Research. Hearing that Nigeria cannot survive mainly on the rural kind of agriculture, that we need GMOs, what's your take on that?
Well, thank you once again, and thank you to the viewers. This was the very same clip I watched that got me, to say the least, infuriated, shameful. Shameful in the sense that that is not the truth. And for a national officer of Dr. Yemisi's standard, well respected, I expected nothing but the truth. Number one, here is the DG of Nnamdi, the regulator, openly advertising seeds, proprietary material of foreign countries, companies. It's not a statement of fact that we cannot survive without GMO seeds. Like I alluded to in my previous outing here, one of my previous outings here, I come from Benue State, where a lot of food is produced, which has earned the state the acronym of the food basket of the nation. Right now, as I speak with you, a lot of fruits are wasting in Benue State, and they are known GMOs. Oranges, mangoes, tomatoes, vegetables. Now, do
you see this government or the Nigerian government trying to solve the problem of how storage facility for the crops that are crops and fruits that are in abundance in Nigeria during their season and spoiling? The answer is no. They are canvassing for foreign products, GMO, a country. It shows you that these foreign companies and foreigners are the people that put them there. Are you getting me? That is it. So they have come another stage. The stage they are in now is to push this GMO radical pushing to the people. They have killed many farmers, use Fulani headsmen to destroy many farms and kill many farmers. Now the second stage is to push. Bill Gates was one of the people that visited Tinubu first when he became the president. Tinubu gave him medal. That is the champion of eugenics. Are you getting it? The champion of GMO food. That is why they are doing what they are doing. They are not there to serve you as a people. They are there to serve their foreign backers, people that put them in power. It's very, very sad indeed. Honestly, sad indeed. And they are a country, they don't care about the crops, their local crops, how to better ameliorate it. No, they are canvassing for foreign crops. And you say it's a country.
buy into or to sell the narrative to Nigerians and the people of Africa that we cannot do without proprietary seeds from Monsanto or Bayer or Syngenta or whatever company it is uncharitable to say the least. Because there are good agronomic practices that have been jettisoned in this country. We from the academia have trained people, and we have curricula that expresses these good agronomic practices. For example, if you drop a GMO seed here, it won't grow because you don't meet the good
It won't grow. Are you hearing it?
Agronomic practices that will encourage its growth. So now, to say that our population is so large is to undermine the fact that even right now in this country, food insecurity, as is being generally touted, is not all about non or insufficient production of food. It's also about economic deprivation. People are there, food is there, there is a glut at certain seasons, there are no sufficient technologies to preserve, and therefore we experience enormous post-harvest losses. Food that would have been preserved for future consumption. So it's not the truth. GMOs are a market strategy, are a commercial strategy to erode national sovereignties of countries supposedly independent. For example, when you submit your food sovereignty on the altar of so-called food security or food insecurity to some proprietary seeds, and now she's talking about grains, that we cannot continue to plant grains. I mean, who told us that narrative? Is it a science? What's the difference between grain and seed? Is it not just about sorting and some germination preservation? So you see, these narratives that I have always said, that have been sold us from without, and we have beaten the hook, line, and sinker. These narratives, if we'll insist and persist on shoving them down the throat of Nigerians, innocent, ignorant Nigerians, we are invariably positioning our country on the altar of, with sovereignty concerns to sink. And when we realize it will be too late. Nigeria has very large arable land. Nigeria has very agile, youthful population. As a scholar, as a teacher, I also know that I have a responsibility to train young people to modernize agriculture such that it would attract this median population of 19-year-olds that we have surplus in Nigeria, to drop them back into agriculture. I also know that the political actors have a responsibility to secure the country such that the ungoverned spaces that ought to have been converted to agricultural production will be safe for people like you and I to go in and produce food. Fly over Nigeria today. You would see that there is so much land that is yet cultivated. And someone comes to sell us a very narrow, stripped narrative that without GMOs.
Are you worried that?
Do you see, the man is talking about, he mentioned the political representatives in Nigeria that they have a responsibility. Which political representative in Nigeria, so-called, is responsible? All of them, what matters to them is to be where they are, serve the purpose, serve foreign purpose. That's it. That's why somebody representing an institution, national institution in Nigeria, will come out to start selling to people that GMO is the answer. Degrading, they don't think about, how to better, how to, make people to farm, how to subsidize their farming, how to encourage people, because it is the job of the government, in order to make farming a very lucrative business. Not only farming, but storage also. Better making people, in order to enter into researches, how to better agricultural, our own local agricultural products. Do you see the reason why we tell our people to go back to farming? You see that? I say, colonizers will never stop until they come. They destroy. They will make sure that they deal with you. They will tell you when to stand up and you stand, when to sit down you sit. They tell you when to eat. They will not stop until they have a complete control of your life. If you think that if you give them this, they stop, you are lying. Give them, let them begin GMO. You think that they will stop there? No, they will bring another program in order to control. Even this time will come, they might even try to control the number, the amount of oxygen you breathe. If what I'm telling you, sometimes we say something, but in the future, you never know. They can enter research in order to find out how to reduce oxygen consumption of people in a country or in a place. And before you know it, the oxygen. They can use it as a weapon. Say now, if you people cannot do, we reduce your oxygen consumption in a country or in a city. And you think that is lie. Science is vast for your information. As we used to say, we are in a free world. What matters is the direction you take, your governance. That is what matters. If, for example, Biafra is restored, we can vehemently enter into science and technology. Encourage our people. We know we can do it now. It will give us power. Power and respect. We earn respect and dignity in this world. That is where I say the world is a free world. Go and make your organize people, organize yourself. That is, organizability is the problem also. That is why I'm calling our people. Please stop listening to saga. People that are coming to Facebook or social media talking nonsense or writing rubbish. In order to these are distractions, please. We have a focus. Remember our enemies, our enemy, the caliphate, they never lose focus since 1804. IPOB actively has been there since, let's say, 2012. Actively. Only how many years? 13 years now. 13, 14 years. And you see some people are tired already. Some people are losing focus. Some are confused. Some are bringing problems against each other. Some are now hapụzie ihe a na-achị nchị a na-achịchịwazie their brother. N'ụkwụ gị yikwuru ụkwụ nchị. How do you think you can compete with people that are focused? Since 200 and something years, they have been going towards the same direction. They never change. That's why I say you learn. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into just few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people can call in. Let me see. So that people can call in, please. I will be right back. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
We cannot meet up our food. Nigeria actually needs GMO. Our food security. We cannot meet up our food requirements by the rural farming that we do. Even in advanced countries, GMO is being used. But I would like to say it's a matter of choice. Nobody forces anybody. There's a choice. But with our population, with what we see, we need to have GMOs. We need to have the GM seeds for planting by our farmers, and not planting of grains, but of seeds. And even in advanced countries, even just recently in the UK, they approved the importation, approved some grains to be brought into the country.
So, Prof, that's Dr. Sagbra, whom I know you know very well. But you are the Executive Director of the Center for Food Safety and Agricultural Research. Hearing that Nigeria cannot survive mainly on the rural kind of agriculture, that we need GMOs. What's your take on that?
Well, thank you once again, and thank you to the viewers. This was the very same clip I watched that got me, to say the least, infuriated, shameful. Shameful in the sense that that is not the truth. And for a national officer of Dr. Yemisi's standard, well respected, I expected nothing but the truth. Number one, here is the DG of Nnamdi, the regulator, openly advertising seeds, proprietary material of foreign countries, companies. It's not a statement of fact that we cannot survive without GMO seeds. Like I alluded to in my previous outing here, one of my previous outings here, I come from Benue State, where a lot of food is produced, which has earned the state the acronym of the food basket of the nation. Right now, as I speak with you, a lot of fruits are wasting in Benue State, and they are known GMOs. Oranges, mangoes, tomatoes, vegetables. Now, to buy into or to sell the narrative to Nigerians and the people of Africa that we cannot do without proprietary seeds from Monsanto or Bayer or Syngenta or whatever company it is uncharitable to say the least. Because there are good agronomic practices that have been jettisoned in this country. We from the academia have trained people, and we have curricula that expresses these good agronomic practices. For example, if you drop a GMO seed here, it won't grow because you don't meet the good agronomic practices that will encourage its growth. So now, to say that our population is so large is to undermine the fact that even right now in this country, food insecurity, as it's being generally touted, it's not all about non or insufficient production of food. It's also about economic deprivation. People are there, food is there, there is a glut at certain seasons, there are no sufficient technologies to preserve, and therefore we experience enormous post-harvest losses. Food that would have been preserved for future consumption. So it's not the truth. GMOs are a market strategy, are a commercial strategy to erode national sovereignties of countries supposedly independent. For example, when you submit your food sovereignty on the altar of so-called food security or food insecurity to some proprietary seeds, and now she's talking about grains, that we cannot continue to plant grains. I mean, who told us that narrative? Is it a science? What's the difference between grain and seed? Is it not just about sorting and some germination preservation? So you see, these narratives that I have always said, that have been sold us from without, and we have both beaten the hook, line, and sinker. These narratives, if we'll insist and persist on shoving them down the throat of Nigerians, innocent, ignorant Nigerians, we are invariably positioning our country on the altar of, with sovereignty concerns to sink. And when we realize, it will be too late.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name is Mazi Jonathan Chindu from Olo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 6th day of August 2025. Our lines are now opened and I will take just few calls, please. Our WhatsApp and Signal line remains +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I repeat once more, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller on WhatsApp. You are the first caller. Please start by giving us your name and where you are calling from, if you may. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yeah, my name is Chindu. I'm calling from the US.
There, Mazi. Mazi, you are the person that complained that. Oh, sorry, you are the person that complained about glitches on this, right? The other day.
Yes.
Did you what happened? Do you use a IPOB community radio today?
So I'm now using the IPOB community radio, and everything is coming out loud and clear.
Okay, but try to upload IPOB community radio. It will be direct.
No, I uploaded it, and that's what I'm using now.
Okay, good. Go on.
Okay, so I think my own opinion is that the repair that has to be done is very huge or tremendous, if I want to sound like Trump. So our people need to be re-educated and reoriented. And you're doing a very fantastic job at that. So I want to just talk about like 3 things before I leave. I was really, the point you keep making about having this mindset of collective interest and how it's very important. I was reading up about Mungo Park and how he came to explore the upper River Niger. And I got to learn that I think he was a physician in Britain when he was, contacted to come and go on the expedition. Having seen that, I think he came the first time he visited the Guinea coast and made some contacts about the people who are going to take him to commence the journey. But when he went back to England, he wrote a will. Because one of the possibilities was that he expected that he might die, he might not survive the expedition. But in his will, he wrote that some of the money that was voted towards that expedition should go to his family if he doesn't make it back. And then the rest of it, he said, has to be given to the next set of people who will embark on that journey. Because when the idea was put forward, there was a lot of there was an endowment fund, so a lot of people were contributing towards that expedition. And just like he thought, when he embarked on the trip, he died somewhere around the Hausa land. But after he died, the lands continued the expedition, and they explored the lower Niger. And you can see the importance and impact of what he did. He gave his life, but just that thing he did, put peace in. Yeah, he secured for them the entire Nigeria, because that is how they were coming to West Africa and explore so many of the lands. But that singular individual effort he did with a collective interest was what put his name in gold for posterity. And that's why we grew up learning that Mungo Park discovered River Niger. And it's the same modus operandi that the white man has. That's why they've been able to conquer all of Africa. It is this thing of legacy, thinking 1,000 from now, what for my people? I'm not just me, now here, what that's the shortfall we have as Black people. It's all about me, myself, maybe my children, and that's it. And now, I don't know how many of us can keep past 100 years or 50 years from now. Okay, so that's one. Then two, you make an example where you said a time might come when they will start training oxygen and people can breathe oxygen. I tell you, that's a very good analogy to give. And it's possible. One of the things that made me terrified was when during COVID, not a single nation in Africa was able to come up with a vaccine. That thing really made me scared. It now showed that our lives are very, very, very expandable. So when we come out and we are boasting and making all these plans, it means that they can take us out in just one second, and we will not have any way to counter such type of plan against us. So see something like what and if you involve with them, they will just because we have behaved. I was explaining to somebody today that the HIV pandemic and spread in Africa is not disconnected from the poor governance. It's the same people that do not care about voting, that will go back to vote in an election that was rigged, will not boycott the election, will not call for an explanation for why the beavers malfunctioned. It's the same people that, if they contract HIV, will not care to tell other people that they have HIV. They will be reckless. I told them it's the same thing. It's coming from the same source. You can't separate them. Before I go, I want you to comment on this. I read somewhere in the site Paul of about Biafra that they kidnapped some expatriate. The Biafran troops kidnapped some white oil officials from the Delta area, and the Pope intervened and asked for their release. and they were released. But why is it that the Pope did not intervene and help us in Biafra where millions of us are Catholic? Many of us are priests, reverend sisters. Why did Pope then do not help us and say end this war? Why is it that don't want to come to our rescue and stop killing these Catholics and Christians that are my subjects and contribute money every Sunday and pray for me and thank you. Thank you, Mazi.
There were. Why we Pope intervene on our behalf? Why? People that were meant to be slaves. Remember, Pope sanctioned the transatlantic slavery. Catholic Pope. They gave the authority, the authorization. That's it. So why? Have you ever seen where, mostly in Africa, let me put it like that, where so-called Christianized Africans are being maltreated by other religion, and they support the Christian Africans? Have you ever seen that? Let us because let us hold fast and continue in one direction. That is the only solution. It is us that will give us this freedom. It is us. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please go on. Caller on signal. Let me see. Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Are you there? Mazi Chinedu. Can you hear me? There, well, please go on.
Beneficial. You know, this today broadcast, this lady that just talked about, this government official that was, you know, if you hear the way this one talks, how gullible they are and so reluctant on trying to make, you know, sense or even come up with some evidences or facts or scientific or natural, as in truth, you find out that it is based on the gullibility of their citizens. You just look at how they talk, you know how the people that they are talking to reason. But not without, if we, at least we're here, that things like this, it is, you know, so itchy in our ears. And there is no way we can, because before now we have been warning of it. They have not call it
are you still there? What is happening? Your voice used to six nowadays. What is happening?
Earlier. And you know, their network is not something you.
Mazi, I don't think it's not only about network. Maybe you check your system, your phone, or some. You are coming out, yes, but if you go, you will cease. I don't know. Go on.
Talk, you find that.
My goodness me.
The Western world. Mazi, okay, let me cut it off so other people can talk, please. Let me not use this bad network and disturb others, please. Thank you so much. Continue what you do. We are here.
There were.
And I say, may Chukwu bless you.
And you too. There were. I don't think this is a network, honestly. Maybe it's from your system. I don't think so that it's network. Because if it's network, we'll be doing reconnection. Caller Mazi Obasi. Can you hear me, Mazi Obasi?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There we go on.
Greetings to Biafrans all over the world. My name is Mazi Obasi. And as usual, I'm calling from Ghana. Mazi, concerning our people and our understanding of politics, you remember some years back, there was this so-called conference that was championed by Una Okogo, Femi Fanika, the handshake across the Niger. Some of us raised issue with the title of the conference because that title seeks to imply that Igbo land starts after the Niger Bridge. But the so-called Ohaneze Ndi Igbo and the rest of our political elites, quote unquote, did not read meaning into that. They take it as simple as they can, as they have always done. And this will become a reference point in the future. So many things of that nature has been going on, and our people do not care about it. We are here when the story of HIV infection broke. I believe that was in the 90s. The story broke, they say it was from monkey, they say it's from dog, they say everything they made. Later, we hear that certain countries have even set up a so-called military post in South Africa and some other people in the name of giving people some kind of health care while treating them with the infection to ensure that there is a spread of it within certain demography. When that happens, HIV now is spread everywhere. Those who try to discover the cure through herbs and other natural means that will cure it permanently, those people either went dead or missing. Today, we see that if some countries don't put the line of the colonial masters, suddenly you begin to hear in the one that was killing people in Scotland, in Netherlands, in Italy, clotting their blood and leading to severe heart, cardiovascular issue and death. That is the one they packed and sent to Africa. To pay. In the time we used to call them oil and the big men. We tagged certain sicknesses to be for rich people, such as HIV, blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, cervical cancer, and the rest of them. It used to be sickness for the big people, the rich people. Until those things that the rich people were eating as a flex were now made affordable and available to the population. Now that sickness is everywhere. Hardly will you see anybody in 40s without being without suffering from high blood pressure. In fact, even kids now, I have seen an 8-year-old boy who is diabetes, who is diabetic. And gradually, this is right before our eyes. It not us yet the understanding that these people are capable of anything. We see fast food springing up everywhere. Onye nweta 2 naira, 1,000, 2,000, ya ga-goro pizza. You know, cross akwụkwọ. Feel is there now, arrive, go because you are eating pizza, which is a junk food. Where it come from? Here is a flex. You get small money, you rush to KFC. You got brew chicken, the chicken that is produced in lab. It's a flex. We're talking about GMO now. That's why I am giving us these examples. GMO has already been with us. We've been eating because the ones that are not GMO so far have been the one that if you eat, they will say, the one that if you eat, you are a poor man. All the ones, even our baby foods, the naan, the Cerelac, the things that you buy, they are all GMOs. We buy them, we flex about it. You have the guinea corn, you have the millet, you have the corn. You cannot make it to feed your child or yourself. We prefer the already made, the oats that we buy, the cocoa oat and the rest of them. Most of them have been at GMO. Now, some of those food that are made out of GMO for some time now, just like it was in the past, has been for the rich people. Gradually, they want to now make it available to all of us so that we don't have to go and buy it at the supermarket, so that it can be farmed in our villages, so that those people who were immune to the oil and the big men because they are eating the very local thing they are producing in the villages will now be the one producing their own problem. And we need someone to come and remind us before we now know that we are in danger. We see people going to take infusion so that their skin will glow. They put a drip on you, put infusion in your body so that you don't need to apply cream. And that to some people is a flex. Until when the problem begins to come. Very soon, they are going to also make that available to all our slave queens and all the never do well ladies and everybody around. They'll start buying it and then they make it more affordable and make it more cheaper. Everybody will jump on it because it's a flex. I'm tired of reminding adults about the things we should observe within our environment and be cautious about it. The indomie we eat is a poison. Noodles. It's a poison. We still eat them. This GMO, we are shouting. Somebody there is saying, oh, these people, if they want to kill us, there are many ways they can kill us. They don't need to give us GMO to kill us. We defend them just like you were saying earlier. Some of us would defend India also and say, oh, you don't know them. If you know that they are very good people. There are a few good white people, but systemically, they are not. They are well organized and their objective is plain and simple. Total subjugation of indigenous people all over the world. Not just Africans, all over the world, because they are not indigenous to anywhere. And we are allowing this thing to creep into us, and if they bring the GMO, we refuse to buy it. The government have taken the money they have given. Fashola have been appointed into the Bill Gates Foundation. They have been given money. Aprokoto has been settled. The GMO has come to Nigeria. They cannot stop it. But can we at least reject buying them or taking the seed to come and plant? They will tell you, oh, this one in 3 months, you don't do. By 3 months, they think easy life. Oh, easy life. Easy life. But thank God for IPOB. At least people are getting educated. At least knowledge is the basic that we need. Understanding is another thing. To be able to implement it, be called wise. Be wise is a different thing. But it's my prayer, as always, that the gospel that is being preached on IPB Community Radio and all other Biafran media outlets, whatever means you are receiving them, Facebook or anything or Twitter, it is my prayer that we will be able to not only hear them, but understand them, and within ourselves find the solution to be able to counter some of these things for the sake of the posterity, for the sake of our children to come. Else, we will become the biggest market for the big farmers. Already we are. The big pharmaceuticals will become their biggest market. We are already, but we should not continue to increase their margin in the market. There Jonathan.
There were Mazi. There were. Yes. All these junk foods, or most of them, are inimical to our health. But many of us are taking it as if it's, you are feeding well. You are buying pizza. These are junk foods. But the difference, or the main difference with this GMO is industrial. They are supplanting our natural crops. It's industrial scale to make us completely food dependent. Before, like, you have a choice either to cook your goosey, prepare your food at home and eat. But in this industrial scale, even that your local goosey that you want to prepare by yourself will be also poisonous. That is the difference. That is why we must say no to this. We must retain our natural agricultural crops, natural local agricultural crops, farm crops. They have been killing farmers by the Fulani terrorists, feeding Fulani cows with our farm crop, destroying our natural farm crops. This is part of the agenda, so that we become dependent, food dependent. If they don't give us, we cannot eat. Very dangerous. Caller on, let me see who has been there. Caller on Signal. Let me see. No, caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there, please? Caller on WhatsApp. There we go.
Yeah, my name is Tomsi Eto Izubo. I'm calling from South Africa. I thank you all Radio Biafran broadcasters. We are listening and we are hearing everything going on. So my contribution tonight is that I plead for Biafra to be switched in Radio Biafra, because a lot of them doesn't listen to Radio Biafra. We know what we are going underground here to plead to them, and we are receiving a lot of insults. Our people are too what can I use, the word I can use? They don't want to improve at all regarding this issue about to switching it to Radio Biafra. That's where they will got information, and a lot of all these coordinators, they don't even, I don't know where they are getting their information. I do quarrel with some of them here in South Africa. They don't even listen to Radio Biafra, IPOB community radio. So that is a challenge here also. And also we are pleading to those in Nigeria, even Lagos, particularly that they are doing party everywhere, but they are not contributing. Not only that, we do plead to them here. Just listen first and know where you are left and right. So, but they don't even. We are fighting with them here a lot. But I hope only see Mazi Nnamdi said that, can you stand the propaganda? And a lot of them don't know that thing. And our people don't know what to call politics, as you are saying, about like join them in the mosque. So like tonight now, listen what you said now, and I'm going to practice it here in South Africa. And moreover, I thank you all broadcast. So God bless all IPOB and the DOS, and also there is a people I used to meet here in South Africa. Yes, Mazi is inside DSS. I do quarrel with them here. We argue. I say, okay, as Mazi is inside, who is the driver now? Is it not DOS? We will see them, the people that are thought that they are intellectual, but they are always shift another side. So that is another worry we're having here. So I thank you. This is my contribution tonight. And I plead to all Biafrans, please do listen to IPOB community radio. It helps. This is our university. This radio Mazi lead for open for us before he go inside. Our people, the people that hear from here, we should try to enter to. Our people are very, very difficult. Let us try to convince them also to. Sometimes I do buy data and put for them to listen. They will use that data and do another thing. So this is my contribution tonight. Thank you. We appreciate. God bless you all. Chinasa Nworu and Nwachineke, a lot of all of you. Thank you. God bless. We are listening. This is what I have to say tonight.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Caller on Mazi Onyemuche, please make it brief. Mazi, can you hear me? Please make it brief. You'll be the last caller, please. Mazi Onyemuche, can you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me? Please make it brief. 2 minutes. You'll be the last caller. Mazi, call on WhatsApp, please. Go on.
Can you hear me, sir?
The whole world is hearing you. Go on.
Sir, can you hear me?
Mazi, go on. Go on. The whole world is hearing you. Go on. Go on. Go on.
Okay, yeah, my question is this: in regards to this cereal food that have been infiltrated in our society here in Biafra land, and also in regards to the GMO, take for instance this Indomie thing has eaten deep. So my question on that context is this: people argue down here in Biafra land that yes, we always have this propaganda against Nigeria every time and all that. That's the advice from the doctors and their professors and whatever professionals that they have here have advised them to, parboil it and throw away the first water and eat it. It's healthy. That their children cannot do without it. So I want to ask: is it that Indomie is only much more good to human consumption in Biafra land when you sieve out the water? Or can our people understand that the sieving out of the water from Indomie on other cereals is not 100% clean to say assure that we are food, then how else again can we propagate this gospel into the church, schools, and traditional leaders through August meeting coming in? Is it a good one that we have a measure on how to introduce professional doctors who can argue this thing out in Biafra land and start establishing, a task force that will stop these people bringing this thing to us? Though they might say it's an open market, everybody have choice of food and choice of whatever. Really, a problem in the future because
Mazi, your network is not good. I don't hear what you're saying. I don't catch again what you're saying. But let me.
they are not ready. They won't give because they have waited long in their ignorance, not seeing Biafra, and they hopefully tell you live there your Biafra tomorrow and all that. But unfortunately to them, when all these things will to reality, you them that they secure as whatever serious or not, because it is problem here, and it's not about talking to you now. So thank you.
Well, although most of your speeches I didn't catch them, but you are the last caller. Please do not call. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. I am not a health expert in talking about maybe the Indomie in an expertise point of view, but I want us to understand this, that also in this world order, there are many wrong narratives being sold in the health sector, in different sectors, including even scientific sector. I am telling you, in order to distort, there are lies or mistruths, untrue so-called facts that are being sold to the public through experts. These are being sponsored. These are being sponsored by the world order. One for business, economic reasons. Two, political reasons. Different reasons anyway. There is this report. Let me give example. They say there is this report about this exaggerated cause of is it blood sugar, diabetes, and hypertension. When they tell people not to eat or to reduce eating of salt, mostly salt. And there was a school, I think in Israel. There were some professionals that have been making researches about this for many years. They conducted tests and they found out that what they have been told through the medical experts, doctors, is completely opposite. It's lie. That salt causes hypertension, or consuming of much salt causes hypertension. I am telling you what I heard. I saw from somewhere that the journal, that they made experiments on thousands of people all over the world, and they found out that those that eat even more than required salts per day, that they are more healthy that they don't even develop hypertension. Now, this thing starts making, and these big pharmaceuticals, these big companies, they tried to suppress, intimidate those scientists not to make all those reports available. They started fighting them internally. It's not a small thing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That to their surprise, the experiments they made proved otherwise. But these are the things that they have been embedded into doctors. They found out that those that consumed much salt, other than even usual, never ever developed hypertension. Because the man that was revealing this said, why is it that, okay, if you have hypertension, now the first thing in the hospital to be done to you is to give you drip. And drip contains salt, or just a mixture of sugar and salt. Table salt. All those research. And they found out a big lie. Because let me tell you, medicines have been politicized is for economic purposes. Now, health is no longer, management of health is a very huge, huge factory. Let me put it like that. That is why all these things. So, according to what my brother asked, I cannot tell you this, but there are things I caution even myself and my family not to even test it as a human being. I don't know. Somebody is telling me that our community radio has been shut down. It's no longer talking. Let me see. Let me see, please. Let me check. Sometimes, let me see. I don't know. Somebody that is, please, before you write me, telling me the situation of the broadcast, check your system. Sometimes either your zone, your system is having problem, but you want to use it, you don't cross-check, you want to use it thinking that it is from the studio or from the satellite. No. Everything is working, please. No. No, please check your system. No. No. Please check your system. I don't know why our people, I don't know. Our people are very quick in conclusion. I don't know. Our people are very quick in making conclusion. Let us be, sometimes, all these are part of what we preach. Let us be analytical before making conclusion. I don't know. Somebody just wrote me, oh, Mazi, both Rapture Media and Community Radio has been shut down. Community Radio has been off since you began broadcast, but Rapture Media, that is a lie. I checked, it's going. And I'm receiving many confirmation that the application is working. It might be from your zone or from your system. You have to check before concluding, because once you talk all these things, it can also knock me, distract me, please. So, what am I trying to say? The world order you are seeing is evil. I am telling you. Do you see why I say I can accept this salt issue? Because why is it that if somebody is having hypertension, to lower it down immediately, At the hospital, they put drip. That is the first thing. First therapy, drip. And what is that drip? It contains salt. NaCl, sodium chloride. That is what it contains. So why is it that they are telling people not to? They are telling people not to eat salt, mostly salt, which is natural. But anyway, let's not go that side. But what I'm telling you, like these noodles, I don't eat it. I don't eat them. And don't allow since I understand many things about it, I don't allow even my family to touch it. Because there are many things involved. What happened to our natural food? Why we are, I won't go anywhere we are, even if which part of the world, you get you must call natural things. That is why we are healthy, anybody healthy. But they want to corrupt us with all these importation, very easy things, this and that. That is why we are trying very hard to restore our nation, whereby we can promote technology, research and technology. We will promote the Biafran government, it will be one of the priorities, because we cannot be in our quest for Biafra restoration, because it is our collective goal. It is our ideology. Anybody or group of people that you see that are trying to cause confusion in this struggle, they are part of the problem. They are part of the problem. Look at them as that. Don't see them as, oh, it doesn't matter what they preach to you, that oh, they are trying to make. No, 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 no. They are trying to make. Look at their background. They are part of the problem. Sorry. They are part of the problem. Because they hide on different ways, as if they come to tell you this, they come to tell you this secret. No, we don't. We want to move on. We want to continue, irrespective of everything. They will portray to you that they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than anybody else. These are fake. Mazi Chindu said they are displaying fake love, because they don't know where to hang any longer. So they must hang somewhere in order to deceive you. That is it. So, what is happening in Nigeria, if we don't get out of Nigeria, because Nigeria belongs to Britain. Nigeria is being controlled by the world, this wicked world order. Completely controlled. The lives of the population or the populace do not matter to them. They don't care. They are in charge of the ruling class. Let me call it the ruling class. That's why what is happening there, nobody cares. But we must continue. We want to extricate ourselves, and we are doing the right thing to remove ourselves from that zoological primitive jungle republic called Nigeria, so that we develop our own land. we develop ourselves, our land, and earn our respect in this world body. This is where I'm going to stop. Biafra remains who we are. Biafra is our ideology. Biafra is our religion. We must continue. And let me tell all and sundry that it is only our activism, our actions, our consistency, IPOB consistency that will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing more. If you think that it is the Nigerian Igbo politicians that will negotiate and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, know that they will negotiate at the expense of our struggle. No that and no peace. If you think that calling on Igbo, they will come and guarantee for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, know that it will get Kelek. They will give conditions, even secret conditions, for him to be released and handed over to them, which means destruction of IPOB. That is where it is heading to. But once it is our agitation, our consistency that leads to the release or negotiation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, know that everything is okay. Are you getting me? You know, in this struggle, we have killed the sentiment. We have killed. We are not we are no longer people that when you anything I say, hey, thank Jesus, is him that no. We have killed that. We will query. We will investigate what really happened before we come. Because I say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the highest mistake he made is, can I call it mistake or effort, is to gather people, Biafrans from all over the world as one family. Both the good, the bad, the ugly, the eagle eye, the poisonous snake, the big lions, the very trickish tortoise, the intellectuals, all gather us as one family. No. That is where somebody said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu build what is bigger than him. And he said no lesser truth. It is a fact. That is why we must continue in whatever we are doing to make sure that we are focused on Biafra restoration. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chindu, from here, it is simply good evening.